From 154 up to 170 after 28 hours of hydration. Margarito, who was in tremendous shape to begin with, putting on only 7 pounds from 153 to 160. So net, Santos outweighs Margarito by 10 pounds going into the ring tonight. Rules of the bout with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman. Antonio Margarito, who has tremendous confidence, as is evidenced by the smile that you see there. Born in the United States, but raised in the tough streets of Tijuana, and therefore seen by most of the world as a Mexican fighter.
Most famous fighter, Tijuana, Eric Morales, the great featherweight, now a junior lightweight champion. Believe it or not, Margarito, whose friend is Morales, and Morales fought 15 years and about 50 pounds ago as amateurs.
In most of his recent bouts, Margarito has been able to trap opponents against the ropes and find chances to do devastation. He has knockout victories over Andrew Sixheads Lewis and other top fighters in the past couple of years. But now he fights a guy who outweighs him by 10 pounds tonight, Manny. Would that affect his chances to knock out Santos?
I think it's Santos' style also. I think it's going to be very difficult for him to knock out Santos. But if anybody can do it, it will be Margarito, because he puts a lot of pressure on him. And he's trained to put pressure in the fight and to throw power punches for the full 12 rounds.
All right, here's a closer look at Antonio Margarito with Larry Merchant.
In those mean streets of Tijuana, a brother of Margarito was murdered some years ago. He chose to escape those streets, met a woman when she was 15 years old in high school, married her. She helped to support him through the early years of his professional career, which started when he was 15. Both of them decided not to have any children. 10 years later, they've stuck to the plan because they want him to go as far as he can as a professional fighter.
Boxing's poster couple for Planned Parenthood. In contrast, one of the elements that observers see as making Miguel Cotto so mature early in his career is that he's had children and fathered them since he was a teenager. Now here comes Daniel Santos. As you can see, his last 3 fights have gone the distance. This is a guy who styles himself a boxer.
Rounds of boxing in the super welterweight division for the World Championship WBO. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, 12 asaltos en la división super welter para el campeonato mundial. Primero en la esquina roja, pesando 153 libras, récord profesional, 30 victorias con 21 knockout y 3 derrotas. 153 pounds, he has 30 victories, including 21 knockouts with 3 defeats. Damas y caballeros, de Tijuana, México, el ratador, el campeón del mundo welter, Antonio Margarito. En la esquina azul, pesando 154 libras, récord profesional, 28 victorias con 20 knockout, 2 derrotas y un empate. 154 pounds, 28 victories, including 20 KOs with 2 defeats and 1 draw. Damas y caballeros, el campeón del mundo super welter de Bayamón, Puerto Rico, Daniel Santos.
Too many people. Okay, vamos. Vamos abajo, vamos. Vocea, Dani, vocea. Ok, vienen, Margarito.
Bueno, muchachos, ya yo le di las instrucciones en el camerino. Quiero que hagan una pelea limpia, que gane el mejor, que tengan suerte y que Dios los bendiga.
The boxing world are focused on Margarito in this fight because his exciting style could make him a popular player in the middleweight divisions, junior and senior.
And I mentioned Margarito's recent record of knockouts. Starting with the Andrew Six Heads Lewis fight in February 2003, 3 consecutive second-round KOs against Lewis, Maurice Brantley, and Hercules Kibelos. Santos represents a step up in competition from at least the last 2 names on that opponent list. And of course, you see the southpaw versus conventional fighter confrontation, which poses a tactical challenge mostly for Margarito, trying to find a way to land his power punches. Santos throwing to the body early.
Yes, surprisingly, Santos is not running away. He's sitting down, look like he's trying to make it a punching match. But the way that the 2 bodies collide, it looks like they're going to have to be very careful that they don't end up with a butt again tonight, possibly.
And Santos does come out immediately, standing his ground, and with a surprising tactic because he was expected to be the mover in this equation.
I heard, Jim, that his management told him it's now or never. If you want to make real money, you want to be a television fighter, you're going to have to fight tonight.
That would account for how he's fighting the first round. He just got hit with a left hook flush as he stood against the ropes. Margarito changes to a southpaw stance, throwing his left hook now as a cross, and he lands a straight left cross over the top.
If Santos continue to fight like this here, Margarito has a very good chance of winning this fight. Because I know that Margarito is in excellent shape, because I had the pleasure of taking one of my boxers, Jose Celaya, over to spar with him this past couple of weeks, and he went 12, 13 rounds twice inside of a week. I was very impressed with his stamina and conditioning.
Well, Celaya is a southpaw boxer. Did Margarito turn southpaw on him as well?
Yes.
So he's accustomed to spending a long time standing in the southpaw stance.
Yes, he is, but he got hurt very seriously right there.
He did indeed, on an over-the-top left hand by Santos. One of the most devastating punches Daniel Santos has ever landed against a good opponent.
And right now, Margarito's very hurt.
He is indeed. Goes back to the southpaw stance. Santos comes back with the left hand. Throws to the body as well. Tremendous opportunity here in the first round for Daniel Santos.
And you know, a lot of times when warriors who are not used to being hurt, they get hurt themselves. They don't know how to survive. They don't know how to clinch. They don't know how to cover up.
Margarito is probably as shocked as the rest of us to see Santos standing his ground and wanting to trade and fight with him.
One thing, he has a tremendous obvious weight advantage, which you can see right away. You can see the 10 pounds in difference in weight.
And there's another solid left cross landed by Santos, flush on the face of Margarito. And Margarito comes back with a body shot that was below the belt. First round coming to a close. Margarito back in his conventional stance. Daniel Santos has shocked Margarito and ringside observers by coming to fight and carrying the round. We remind you to log on to hbo.com/boxing, where our live viewers are invited to submit a question relating to tonight's telecast to either myself or Larry Merchant or Emmanuel Stewart. We'll do our best to answer your question on the air before the conclusion of tonight's main event. So log on and send us a question if you'd like.
Así como está sentando, nomás muy vivo con los ataques de él. Cuando entres, entra con tu jab, cae empujando. No hace falta, mano, presión tan fuerte. Ready, vamos.
In both fighters' corners where they speak Spanish, our interpreter is Ray Torres. A lot of urgency between rounds 1 and 2 here.
Here you see Santos standing his ground and trying to surprise Margarito with a left hand.
Santos did surprise Margarito. Surprised everyone.
And at the end of the round, Santos walked back to his corner with a curious look on his face as if to say, was that me?
Yeah, he seems to be really wound up emotionally for this fight. I think Margarito's best chances of winning is to stay in his conventional right-hand stance. Trying to fight in a southpaw style, something he's not that familiar with, can be a big mistake.
Well, it gave Santos a chance to land at least 2 solid left crosses flush, and now there's a delay as the tape on Santos's left glove is going to be repaired. Gives Margarito just a little bit more chance to consider what's gone on and try to refigure whatever it is he wants to do.
No, estoy aquí.
Another big left hand by Santos. Margarito takes it well this time. And now Margarito's going to attack with his right hand.
This has turned out to be a surprising fight to me. It's more that you guys are sitting down there punching. As no longer is Santos trying to just outbox him like I thought he would.
They're going to trade shots. And Margarito is starting to warm to the task.
Margarito is still a tremendous puncher. Even with the weight discrepancy, I still think he's a much stronger puncher than Santos.
And he has come in the second round determined to mix the body attack with the head. Has gone to the body 2 or 3 times with powerful effect. Another brace of body shots from Margarito. Just stepping in and throwing to the body.
His punches are not really short, accurate punches, but he's throwing quite a few of them, and every punch that he throws has a lot of power.
Another left hand lands flush for Santos. Margarito is now taking those left hands and walking through them.
And I don't know if Santos is used to this type of a fight. Seems like he's deviated from his standard style.
Yeah, he looks a little uncomfortable.
Yes.
Even while he's trying to do what he feels he has to do.
And now Margarito is getting his feet on the ground a little bit and is landing more of his big shots. Santos misses with the left hand. Margarito wailing away at the body. He's winging those shots. There's no technical expertise in it, Manny. He's leaving himself open to body return.
His defense is very leaky, but I just still don't know if Santos is going to be prepared to fight this type of a puncher's fight, so to say.
Takes a lot of willpower to step in there and keep doing something that you haven't done before in big fights. Santos still wants to try it, but now he's starting to back off more frequently.
Margarito shooting a lot of body punches, and I think he's going to surprise Santos by then trying to shoot a right hand right on the chin when he least expects it.
Fascinating first 2 rounds. Fight has already changed once or twice. Surprising strategy by Santos. And already an adjustment by Margarito. September 14 marks the premiere of a very special film from HBO, 9 Innings from Ground Zero. It's a compelling look at the role baseball played in New York following the attacks of 9/11, and it revisits the thrilling 7-game World Series between the Yankees and the Diamondbacks. 9 Innings from Ground Zero, September 14.
The straight right hand, right to the, and then come back with the left hook. Very good. That's it. The jab in the front.